Let's get ready to rumble. Sorry, I had to do that. I really just had to do that. Because it is as I predicted. When I last spoke about what's been happening with Zeb Wells' Spider-Man run, which has just been getting horrible, more and more horrible by the day, I did mention what was going to happen. My prediction is that, eventually Spider-Man is going to end up having to fight Mary Jane. Because that's what they're building to. That needed to happen. Well, surprise, surprise, it's happening. Get into this bit of information here and talk about how, once again, Marvel is out there shooting themselves in the foot. It's Spider-Man versus Mary Jane Watson in new Marvel preview. Spider-Man possessed by Green Goblin's sins leads to a confrontation with Mary Jane. Now, I talked about this, how Spider-Man has basically now become the Spider-Man who laughs. And he's got Norman Osborn's sins because that's not going to be a problem at all. You understand? Yeah, now he decided to go after Mary Jane and Paul. And I'll say this before I say it again. You see, this whole Mary Jane and Paul thing is absolute and utter horse manure, and they just need to stop. But since they won't, let's get into this. Spider-Man and Mary Jane are about to come to blows in a preview of the Amazing Spider-Man. Peter Parker and Mary Jane will always be linked together. Yeah, sure they will. Even if their marriage was dissolved during the controversial Spider-Man One More Day story arc. As much as fans want to see Peter and Mary Jane back together, the latter is now in a relationship with a man named Paul. Yeah, and that's not suspicious at all. Who she spent several years together with in an alternate dimension. Okay, so yeah, how did they play that off? She ended up in an alternate dimension for like 2 or 3 years, and she just ended up with this guy. Plus, they had these imaginary children who disappeared at one point. I didn't give a shit, honestly. Peter had come to accept Mary Jane's new relationship. Yeah, that's what they're doing. We're not tell Black Cat, Mary Jane is like a sister to me. You've had sex with this woman. She sucked your dick. Oh my God, so are you possibly going to tell anybody that this woman was like a sister to you? What kind of weird incestuous shit is that? Good Lord, boy, wow. Continue on, but with Norman Osborn's sins coursing through his body, he's got a score to settle with his ex-girlfriend. She's naturally wife, but okay, whatever. Marvel released a preview of Amazing Spider-Man number 35 by Zeb Wells, Patrick Gleason, and a bunch of other people. It finds Spider-Man already taken over with the Green Goblin's sins and confronting both Mary Jane and Paul. However, Queen Goblin, who originally worked together with Kraven the Hunter to turn Norman Osborn back into the Green Goblin, is trying to act as a mediator. Why is she all of this nonsense going on? I don't know. I don't care. I haven't been reading the God of Football. This is what Queen Goblin has to say. You're infected with the sins of Norman Osborn. Spider-Man, unfortunately, her words aren't enough to stop Spider-Man. Mary Jane isn't a pushover thanks to her new abilities as Jackpot. She tries to get Paul to run for safety, as we're left with a standover between former lovers. Yeah, because Mary Jane and her new dotish Jackpot powers that just randomly roll up any kind of powers, so she could get the ability to throw ice cream at him, is apparently somehow supposed to be a good matchup for Spider-Man, who could literally mop the floor with several superheroes in the Marvel Universe. But no, she's supposed to be badass enough to handle that. Anybody else heavily pissed on this amount of bullshit, but why not? This is the cover of the Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, as you could see, Spider-Man is now the Spider-Man who laughs, because that didn't work with Batman. Let's put it here. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'll go through all of that. Right, this is some preview pages for it here. Spider-Man is in his black costume. That's Queen Goblin. You know, Mary Jane and Paul are there. He wants to attack them. He takes one of the guardrails from this thing and knocks Queen Goblin away. And then he wants to go after Paul. But of course, Mary Jane is there. He won't hurt me. Isn't that right, Peter? I mean, come on. My thing about it is, Spider-Man is supposed to be mentally strong enough to never want to hurt Mary Jane. That's the woman who he's always loved. That's the love of his life. That's what's going on. You understand me? This entire thing could have never come to pass. But no, here she is with her ridiculous jackpot powers trying to, you know, the whole jackpot thing is just dotish. That's it, just absolutely and utterly dotish. But for some reason, they need to do that. And of course, Spider-Man is all there, and then, you know, he tells her that, you know, who writes who gave it to you, the weasel who took you from me. And she's all, I'm a big girl, Peter, nobody took me anywhere. Then it was you, my jackpot, you betrayed me. And you think you wouldn't pay. It's coming for her, and she's there to fight what? I don't know. But God's name is Mary Jane was a whole lot against Spider-Man, even with her ridiculous jackpot powers. You can wipe the floor when she in seconds. But this is the kind of nonsense that they keep pushing and then acting like, you know, somehow this is supposed to make some kind of sense in some magical form that we all are supposed to somehow just accept. This is ridiculous. But, like I said, here we have Spider-Man facing off against Mary Jane because that needs to happen. This is what this has been setting up since the very beginning of Zeb Wells' run. He did that whole, what did Peter do? Only to find out Peter didn't do anything. Literally nothing. Everybody hated him for no reason. That was it. Everybody just hated Peter Parker for no reason. Mary Jane literally betrayed him in another dimension, hooked up with some Paul guy. I'm telling you that Paul guy is crooked as hell. Mark my words, very crooked. But this is supposed to somehow be something that we're all supposed to get behind. How, why, I don't know. But that's what they're pushing. That's what they expect us all to believe makes any sense about any of this. Absolute garbage, boy. Zeb Wells continues to destroy this character, and it just doesn't stop. And Marvel has no intention of telling him, put the brakes on this crap. You need to stop. No, they're perfectly happy to just keep doing it. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell for every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.